And another one, baby. Awesome. What's going on, guys? Hello, hello, hello. Let me go ahead and pin a message on here for all of the viewers that are going to be hopping on. This is our stories, episode 8. Mental wellness. Hello, hello. What's going on? Going ahead and pinning a message here. Mental wellness progresses financial wellness. Amen. Financial wellness. And I believe I just saw our guests come on. Let me pin this. Boom. And I'm going to go ahead and invite you up here, Chelsea. Invited you. Okay, you should have just gotten a request. Not sure. But as you guys are coming in, I want to make sure that also you can hear me clearly. I'm not lagging or anything. So if you can hear me good, can you just drop a thumbs up in the chat? I'm making sure we're good. What's going on, Chelsea?
What's up? What's up? How's it going?
It is going great. Let me make sure this is good for positioning. Awesome. How this usually goes is once we get started and everything, people will start rolling in and all that kind of stuff. But I am excited for tonight. Let me get this timer going so that way I know where I'm starting. Okay, let's get it. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself? Happy Sunday to you.
Yeah, I'm doing great. It's been a weekend for sure.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And for those that are tuning in either now or will watch this on the recording, I was able to walk this past Friday for my college graduation. So very grateful for that. And it's definitely set the mood for this upcoming week and just, how I'm going to start progressing and taking the steps necessary to reach my goal. So it's an exciting thing for sure.
For sure.
But welcome. Y'all can come on in. So how we're going to start this out first and foremost before we introduce you to everybody is this is a tradition here on the Our Stories Live Talk series that we started off with a this or that type of game. So this is going to be this or that food edition. And if we have any foodies in the audience right now, y'all can go ahead and drop it in the comments. Are you a big food person, Chelsea?
Yeah, I do. Definitely so, for sure.
For sure. I'd love to hear it. So I'm going to ask you a series of 7 questions.
All right.
I know that's your favorite number. Am I right?
You're right.
Boom.
717. Yep.
7 questions. Awesome. And I have already pre-guessed what I think you might pick.
Okay.
So this is more so a game for myself how many do I get right? Okay? Okay, awesome. So first question, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay. And I'm not going to say whether I got them right or not. And then we can, once we go back around, you can kind of explain if you want to.
Right,
Number 2, beach vacation or city vacation?
Beach.
Okay. Number 3, read the book or watch the movie?
Read the book.
Okay. Number 4, stay at home or go out?
I
think you like both equally.
Yeah, but if I had to choose, I may go out.
Okay. Number 5, but are you cooking the dinner or are you doing the dishes?
Cooking.
Okay. Number 6, Netflix or movie theater?
Netflix, probably.
Netflix. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last one, number 7, is spend or save?
Save.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know right now. Okay, wait, for number 1, coffee or tea. I picked tea,
All
so I
right.
got that one right.
Okay.
Is it, because I don't know what it is like when people ask this or that, especially when it comes to coffee or tea. Is it the bitterness? Like, is it the sweetness for you? Like I know you like
Um,
tea.
no, it is really it's really more so just like the coffee. I feel like tea is more natural. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting from it. That's what I'm getting.
yeah.
Actually need to grab my tea.
Yeah, no cap. That's why sometimes in the morning for me, I don't like to start off with just coffee because it's like late or fake energy or something like that. I don't know. But I did get that one right. Let me see. Number 2, it was beach vacation or city vacation. You picked beach vacation?
Yeah.
I got that one right too. Is it the nature within it? Would you rather like be near the water or?
No, I think more so for me, it is, yeah, that water vibe, listening to it. I think the sun, the feeling of that,
Yeah.
yeah, it has that aura. That's what it has to do for me.
Okay, that was the second one. 3, read the book or watch the movie. I picked watch the movie.
Yeah, read the book for sure. If you want to find, if you want to find a secret, it's going to be within the book.
Facts. I was like, yeah, she likes reading books and she also does book studies.
Yeah.
But I feel like, look, she's a visual person. All good
Yeah.
though. I almost had you on number 4. I picked stay at home. I thought
Yeah.
you was really gonna go with that one for sure.
I do like going out and spreading my energy, like good vibes and things like that. That was very hard, whether it be stay at home or go out. But I think sometimes I do like going out, just being in the vibes and things like that. Having a drink, just it's change of scenery. That's what it really has to do with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for me personally, I know look, no one asks, but I'm more of a stay at home type person. I'll go out for like occasions or whatever, but I'm usually that stay at home. Cook the
Okay.
dinner or do the dishes. I got that one right for cook the
I
dinner.
love to cook. Yeah. It's a therapy for me.
Yeah. Like, do you have music playing in the background or music in your
It's
headphones?
usually like a podcast or something or nothing at all.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll have music, sometimes, but yeah, most of the time, yeah, I can just cook and it's a therapy for me because I'm just like already controlling my thoughts on something different. I may be thinking at the time that I'm in a freaking cooking show or something like that. Like, yeah.
And then next, after we take this out of the bowl, we're gonna mix it like this.
Yeah, that's how it goes in my mind.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite dish that you like to make?
Um, I love doing lamb. I love chicken pot pie. Like it's a lot, honestly. I really like. I get really creative. I get down in the kitchen for sure. Definitely so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got that one right. Number 6 was Netflix or movie. I did pick Netflix.
Yeah.
I guess it's if you're more of a cinematic type
Yeah,
person.
I just feel like for me, like we're gonna get it on the TV regardless, so might as well just save the money. Like yeah, like I could do this at home.
Yeah, somebody said lamb chop. Oh, is that what you like? I don't want to mispronounce it.
Yeah, lamb chop. That's exactly Von Chichi. Yeah, that's Rochelle. That's my military best friend for sure. She knows about it. I fixed her lamb chops before.
Oh yeah. And then the last one, I said spend or save. Did you pick save or spend?
Save.
Okay, I got that one right. And I'm guessing, just knowing you and what you represent is it's not only just saving, but that saving to invest into something.
It's that.
Right?
It's more so that. Yeah, that's why I said that.
For sure. All right. Well, I got a 5 out of 7. Ooh, baby, let's go.
Awesome.
Well, I love it. So now that we have a few people locked in for sure, I want to go ahead and just give you a formal introduction, so that way whomever is tuning in, whether they're from me or whether they're from you, they know who you are. And then for the ones that are going to be watching in the later weeks, but who we have here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is someone that has played a pivotal role in my mental and spiritual transition. There were a few names that when I was involved with our previous networking marketing company that really gave me the permission to say like, oh, I can focus on my spiritual development. I can, incorporate this into this busy schedule or, entrepreneurial schedule that I have going on, which I really appreciated a lot. But you have growing yourself to be a transformation coach. You're a resiliency trainer, excuse me, a keynote speaker, which is, it makes sense because even when you are speaking, it doesn't matter the crowd, you have this, you tend to draw people in because the way that you articulate things, you break them down, you get down to the simple, to the basic, to the fundamentals. And a lot of people need that, especially when it comes to what Project 22 represents. Project 22 is about financial wellness and mental wellness, but it's getting down to the principles of things. It's not like, oh, what can you do with this money and how many business credit loans can you get? But how are you managing it? How are you saving it? How are you investing it? So I thought it was a great idea to get you on here tonight, and to not only talk about the titles that you have, but the story that goes behind them. So is that okay with you?
For sure.
Look, obviously it is. Look, you're on here for
Definitely.
sure. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in tonight, and I'm ready to get into it for sure. So one thing I noticed when I was saying all of these titles is that there's a familiarity with all of them. Is something that I pick up on is you have a heart of servitude, because not only this, but you are also in the Army as well.
Air Force.
So it's right. So it's this heart of servitude. You have this essence of like patience and taking your time with things. So just, I guess in your upbringing, and of course you don't have to go personal, but is there, what is it in your story that kind of inspired you to be in these influential positions and wanting to help develop people mentally? What was it in there?
I think it was just it maybe just started with when my mom started putting me in like after school programs or accelerated learning programs. Like I was part of Black and Latino Achievers. I was part of Youth Achievers. I was part of the debate club. Then it was chess, and then it was getting into piano lessons, and then it was getting into tennis lessons, things of this nature here that I was getting into. And whenever I would be involved, say for instance, there was something in school with a project, somebody would always say, well, Chelsea, how about you be the leader of the group and you speak for the group? And I'm like, okay, but why me? You know what I'm saying? And it always was that. So after a minute, I just started taking advantage of that. Okay, well, people clearly pick me out to be the speaker of the group, or they clearly pick me out to be president of the group, or something of that nature, of the club or of the after school program. I'm being the head of that. So they're seeing something in me that obviously I'm not seeing in myself. So I need to start to be aware of that. So what I first started doing was just always volunteering to speak on things. First thing I did to take initiative of that is I enrolled myself into a public speaking course. And then from there, I had gotten, I think, booked to speak at my middle school when they wanted me to speak. And then I got booked to speak at a toddler's graduation, like when they're graduating from pre-K to kindergarten, or kindergarten to first grade. This was back when I was literally still in high school. So when this type of stuff was happening, enrolled in the public speaking course, all of that. So I was just taking advantage of like, hey, I think I have a voice for something, and I actually love speaking in front of people, and I love the way it feels when people listen, because it feels like, what I have to say is actually important, and it sounds like I'm giving value. So from there, I just started taking advantage of that, and then I fell in love with it, and from there, it's a thing. It's a part of me. It is me. It's within me.
Yeah, and through all that, again, like, it's not only that you find yourself in these common positions, but there's a trait now that sticks out that, hey, I started volunteering myself. So in there comes courage, or in there comes bravery, because what is it? I don't know where it lines up as like in the world's like top 5 fears or whatever, but I think public speaking is like number 1, number 2, right?
Yeah, and I definitely used to be scared to speak. It's crazy. Used to be scared to speak, used to shake, voice would get super jittery, couldn't control my nerves. Now I can hop on and it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? But it took practice. It took me studying how to speak. I was purchasing workshops at a young age of how to be a better speaker, how to get booked to speak at different events, how to even be a leader. Like, I've studied leadership as soon as I got into the military, it intrigued me when we started taking leadership courses, and I really started, getting very in depth into that, how the military teaches leadership. Like, it was always a thing for me: leadership, speaking, something of that nature, commanding a room, not commanding a room to give power and tell people what to do, but how to influence people to go the right way. That was my thing.
Mm-hmm. And that's the pivot, the difference between it, not trying to take control or to use this power just to say that you have it, but to use it with good cause. So would you say that courage is like a trait that's been your driving force, or if not, then what trait or quality would you say?
I think it was more so confidence. Just courage, sure, I guess so. It does take courage to step up and be able to speak in front of people, or even be able to be in leadership positions and things of that nature. But I think for real, it takes the confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to come in there, your posture is a certain way, your voice is a certain way. There's a difference between you're coming in and you can command a room because you're confident and you know what you're talking about, versus you coming in and command a room because you're being cocky and you're being bossy. You can tell the difference between the two. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I know who I don't want to be like, and I know who I want to be like. And I duplicate those people. Like, I follow exactly what they say when they're giving, if they have a call or something, or a meeting, or a session or episode, I'm hopping on and I'm taking notes so I can be able to mimic in a way what they're saying, what they're doing. And before I know it, I can change that into my own words and, be who I am. But if you've got to try to copy someone first, you're going to be a copycat, and you're going to copy the right cat. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I guess with that being said, because people can learn from what's your driving force, but also people can learn from your current challenges. So is there something that you're currently working on, or a trait that you're currently improving that can sometimes stand before you as a challenge, to get new?
My marketing and my content, for sure. That's like the biggest thing that will stop me, because honestly, I already know when that's able to be in the budget, I'm going to just hire someone, a videographer, to be with me at all times, because that will be the thing that stops me a lot, is to being able to stop, sit still, get in front of a camera, record, put content out, things of that nature. Like, I'd rather just have someone that can follow me, do that, do it for me, because I feel like that's my biggest challenge right now. It's really just kind of sitting down. For some odd reason, when I try to plan some content to do, I completely go blank, versus right now we can sit down, do content like this, because this is a form of content, and it's just rolling right off. Like, I know exactly what's going on here, regardless of you have questions already pre-written or not. I can have questions pre-written, and I'm still like, wait, do I want to say it like that? Like, no, I don't want to, just, I don't know what it is, that difference there. But if I had to name out a challenge, it'd be like content, for sure, marketing.
Yeah. Well, we've talked, for sure. And we're definitely going to get you right with that, because you're a person that has so much value and has so much to give, and as far as services are concerned. So even that in your journey, I'm just excited to see what honing in on something and really getting a strategy and skill with it really does for you, for sure. But even nonetheless, with your content and everything, just through the impact that you've been able to create, whether it's via your social media presence or in person or on Zoom, I want to move on to your current mission statement right now, and I'll read it aloud for everyone who doesn't know. Excuse me. So it says, to impact over 7,000 lives, showing them the pathway to seeing the future, creating their world, unleashing their power, and claiming their blessings. And the way that you want to do this is by speaking, teaching, and coaching on elite information. So let's break that down for a second.
Sure.
First and foremost, why 7,000 lives?
Well, 7 is my number, and I got to start exactly with 7,000. I've already done 7. I've done 17. I've done 70. I've done 700. So now it has to be, I have to add another 0 and do 7,000. And soon after that, 7,000 will be 17,000. And then from there, it'll be 700,000 and 7 million. It's going to go. But 7 is that number of completion for me. And, I feel like I'm completing along the way when I hit that 7 each time. So that's why 7,000 right now.
Yeah, and I love that. that's very unique to you, that if there's anything like when it comes to your page or, you know, after you speaking, they can go 7,000 lives. You know, Chelsea wants to impact over 7,000 lives. Now, with that goal that you have in mind, you've already impacted at least 1,000 people, because again, through the experiences that you had in different companies, you know, and us being in the same company as well. So I just want to ask, how has that journey been from 0 to 1,000 lives? How has that been for you?
It's been tough for sure, but really, you know, I sat and I thought about it when you asked me, like, well, how many have you impacted? And it's like, okay, I know I've done 7 for sure, because I go back to a notebook from 2017 and I had at least 7 clients in there. And then, you know, so it's about sitting there and reflecting, okay, Chelsea, you really have done this much thus far and you still have a ways to go. Like,
Yeah,
it's been an amazing journey. It has been a roller coaster, ups and downs, ups and downs. And I feel like this has been the level that I'm in at right now. I feel like, you know how you go up a roller coaster and the higher you go, you know, the deeper that drop's going to be.
yeah.
And I've been at a high point right now, and I've been at my drop, and it's been super, super scary. But right now I'm back on the rise of going up again. So I'm anticipating getting to the top, a new level, that is, you know, and if we talk about trends, higher highs and higher lows, and I've hit a higher low, and I'm now ready to go to that next higher high. So it's definitely been a journey impacting these 1,000 lives thus far, but I've loved every bit of it. Like, I really do, being of service. The value that I give, I can truly say, like, no one is doing it like me. And there might be people who's doing it differently, and that's fine. And there's, you know, people who are doing better than me, like my mentors and people of that nature that I'm looking up to. But I'm right there. I'm on their tail. You know, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't have to be number one, but I want to chase the person who is number one. You know?
Yeah. So I guess and I guess one thing I wanted to say before I ask this question is, I'm glad that you pinpointed or really emphasize, like, you know, if you're at a higher high, then there's always going to be, you know, that steep that you get to experience too, where you're going to that low. So for anybody, I mean, this is just a reminder to everybody, because this is, you can consider it cliche information, but again, it's still a great reminder in that life is all about balance. You're gonna have your high highs, you're gonna have your low lows, but when you are in that low, to remember that, okay, the only thing after this, the only way I can go is up. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm glad you really pinpointed that. But now, to kind of wrap up what your mission statement is and how you intend to execute that, how does it address the change that you want to see in the, specifically, you can say the North Carolina community, but how does it, I guess with all the services that you provide and the type of change that you want to see, how do you plan for it to change throughout the future?
Right. So really, it's just, my thing is mindset, right? Being able to control your thoughts, right? It's just like Earl Nightingale says, like, someone who is controlling a machine, you know, if they take their hands off, that machine's just going to go, you know, it's merry on way until it crashes into something. But in order to have the machine go in the way that you want it to go, you have to control it. And that's the way you think of your mind. So I think what I want to see is people understand and really have that knowing of, you can have, be, and do any and everything that you want based off of your mental process, based off of how you're thinking, right? And then based off of how you're thinking, being able to maintain it. Not once you get the riches, whatever the riches may be to you, whether that's peace of mind, whether that is materialistic things, the house, the cars, the clothes, you know, a happier family, whatever they may be, whatever the riches to you may be. When you get the riches, not just getting it, but then maintaining it, right? How do you maintain it? You know what I'm saying? So that is what I wish to see, not necessarily just out here looking like you got it and you really don't have it, you know, or you just look like you got it when it comes to financial wise, but when it comes to you being a father or a partner, it's shot. Like, you know, we got to be, it's not just about money, you know what I'm saying? And it's not, so it's just about just, yeah, you can be, do, and have any and everything that you want based off of how you think, for sure. And then just being healthy. healthy mentally, emotionally, physically. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that too, because I'm glad mindset is of course something that you're going to mention throughout this live, but I think it's a smooth transition into kind of our last segment here in our live, which is really honing in on financial wellness. So something that I don't know if you guys in the audience, if you guys have heard this before, and of course for you, Chelsea, but wealth, or we'll speak on wealth because you can get rich, but we're talking about wealth here. Wealth starts in the mind before it starts in the pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's a huge change that your mission statement wishes to address, and then even for myself, like I said, it's the main reason why people may be financially illiterate or why people are escaping over it, because not only the systems or the institutions we've been brought up in, but the mental processes and the mental habits that, or the good mental processes and the good mental habits that we're lacking, because no one taught us how to think healthily, therefore think in a way that financially progresses you. So just getting down to the elementary, to the simple things when it comes to money. This is a very cliche question, but it's something that we should ask ourselves at one point in time. What's your take on money? Like, what's your idea of money? Like, what do you think of when you hear the word money?
It's just a tool that gets you access to things that you desire.
Mm-hmm. And
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, to give everyone a different perspective, you can think of money as like, or maybe go the historical perspective, like this is how it was valued, or these are the exchanges that took place and how that's transitioned over time. You could think about now how it relates, or how it either serves or prohibits us financially. And then even like you just said, thinking of money as a tool, but sometimes people something within their process doesn't allow them to think of it as a tool, but we're scraping up, or we're think about it in a poor man's mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I just wanted to say.
Yeah. I think it is a tool that we use to get the things that we desire. Even it's a tool in reference to growing your business and things of that nature. So you have to understand how to use money. So really right now, I am literally sitting in a blueprint of how to create wealth, and I'm studying wealth. I'm understanding how wealth was created. Wealth initially started was if you own land. So you had the landlords buying the land and watching the peasants take care of it. And then from there, it transitioned to the machine age. If you owned a machine, that is where, hey, you saw wealth because you have a machine. Like, think of somebody like Henry Ford when he created the infamous V6 motor, right? He had people coming in working on that machine to make it go well, to get what it is that he ultimately desired, was to see that thing really become an invention and work and run. After that, you got into centuries later, it's the technology age and the information age. And at the information age, that was the first era where you didn't need to own anything to become wealthy, right? And then when technology came about, technology was already about, technology came, and then the information came. After that, you had information, technology, and entertainment. That's when you saw reality TV start to become about. So if you were willing to show the back ends of your life, behind the scenes of your life, then you were seeing wealth. If you own that reality TV show, you were seeing wealth in MTVs. These were the ones, the VH1s. These, if you think about that era, those people were having money. Now here we go. Kind of history repeats itself a little bit. You see the partnership age where Amazon and Apple partnered together, and that's when we started getting apps on the iPhone, right? And then after that, so you have to understand wealth and understand, what it's taking, and understanding from there, it once took hundreds of years to see wealth. And now we're in this era, we're in the new rich era, where passive income is created through automation. Automation streams are creating passive income streams. Now it takes you like a year or two to see wealth, right?
Yeah.
So, and then a lot of people will get discouraged, well, they'll say, well, I don't have enough money. And it's like, okay, well, do you have credit? All right, well, yeah, I have credit, but my credit's kind of bad. All right, so if you got bad credit, then let's go ahead and get you some credit repair, right? Or if it's just debt that you're in, let's go ahead and increase the cash flow to eliminate the debt. Then the credit is better, right? From there, you grow the credit, use the credit to leverage OPM. So a lot of people will think, and we're kind of going off back a little bit, but a lot of people will think, you know, the LLC, I want to start my own business and stuff like that and get the LLC, but really the LLC is designed to create more cash flow for you. Not in a way that you have to do a lot of work, but in a way of, hey, get you the LLC, build a business credit, right? Because business credit is different from the personal credit. Build a business credit. From there, leverage other people's money, OPM, fund your business, then go do what you want to do. So now your passion income is starting to create cash flow for the passive income. Yeah. But what you've done, you already started through passive. So you use that credit, you know, use that money there that you got OPM, use that to start your business or to fund that, right? Or you use that to invest in passive income, maybe do your first passive income stream. Then from there, take those profits from the passive income stream and then invest it into something else that's going to create the passive income stream. But again, if you leverage that money the right way, you can take what's your passion, whatever that may be. That could be making music, that could be going live with podcasts, or going around and use that.
Oh wait, okay, there we go. Oh wait, Chelsea, we can't hear you. Yeah, I think you're good now. Yeah.
Good now? Okay, cool. I had a call come in.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's just understanding what money is, what it takes to see wealth. It doesn't take a lot. A lot of people think it takes a lot. Even becoming a billionaire, I just saw somebody saying, you know, they're a millionaire, but they would never want to become a 30 millionaire or a billionaire or anything like that, because they don't want to have to work that hard. But the way wealth is now, the way wealth is created now, you don't really have to work hard at all to see that type of money. You don't have to do much at all to see that type. It depends on what industry you're in, right? What industry you're trying to make $1 billion in. See, for me, I want to make $1 billion in passive income, where my passive income is now I have each source of passive income is paying for each liability. Each of my bills are paid through that. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to do much at all. That's why the book says think and grow rich. You don't have to work and grow rich. You can think and grow rich and get exactly what it is that you desire.
Well, that's because that's a spill right there. So with all that being said, you stated one already, which is think and grow rich. But if people are looking to obtain certain resources to learn more about wealth, or to learn more about, you know, those principles, what's another good resource for them? Like if it's a book, or if it's an audio, or maybe if it's a person that people can tap into.
Yeah, I would definitely say Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Kevin Trudeau, and Luke Longmire.
Luke Longmire. Yes. Even phenomenal educators that gave you value outside of investing and trading. Again, very heavy on the mental. Another book too I would recommend to you guys is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. I think that's how you say his name. You got to read it. You got to listen to it. For those who haven't, but I know for me, like was it this past summer? Yeah, this past summer, on my way to and from work, I would just listen to it in my ears and let it play. So it was like very eye-opening information for sure. My last question now, because when we think about good mental habits and how to control our thoughts, can we talk about that and people getting active in the live markets, right? So something else that you do and you're very good at is educating people when it comes to the foreign exchange market. So dealing with currencies or indices or maybe even cryptos, right? But that currency and that indice, the indices pile. But I know that for some people, what they don't realize at first is that live trading in the markets tests your psychology. it tests those mental processes. It tests or challenges you to see if you are in control of your thoughts. So I guess for even current traders now, because I want to address two different groups. I want to address the group that maybe just got into trading, or maybe they're just hearing about it. And then even for people who are currently trading now that have been trading like in the last 2 or 3 years or so, because some people fell off and now they have this perception of trading and everything that is associated with. So I guess you can address two of those groups when it comes to this question. But like, what mental block or what mental habit is usually present when people are live trading in any market, but specifically the foreign exchange market?
Yeah, it's mostly going to be like your the thought of you like losing the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're putting this money in and you may lose it. So that's usually the biggest block that's sitting there, not wanting to lose anything. Really, the word is greed. Okay, yeah. It's greed to have more and greed not to lose what you already have. Those are two things right there. So there's two sides to greed. Greed to wanting more. So for the people who are putting the money in and they just want to make more because they need more money, versus the people who are putting the money in and they don't even want to lose it. Like they're fine with gaining the money, but one thing they definitely don't want to do is lose what they put in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you already know you're dealing with those type of people when they fund up, because they'll be like, all right, I want to fund up with $500. And then by the time it gets to the account, by the fees and stuff coming out, it may be like, $480 or something like that, or $470. They be like, what, my money already gone that quick? It's like, I already know what type of person you're going to be. You don't want to lose anything, you know?
Right.
So I would say, and that has to go with emotion. So for me, you know, if I'm ever in that mindset, I will not trade. You know, me just now starting to teach. I think I started teaching. It's been about a month now since I've been back teaching. And literally, I took the whole year off of teaching. I sacrificed teaching to kind of get my emotions together, because I was going through, it didn't even have to do with trading, but something else that was going on personally. But I knew that that was super detrimental, and that was something that was heavy on my conscience. So I knew if I tried to trade, I was going to carry that same energy with me. Or I tried to teach, I was going to teach well, but that doesn't mean I'm getting good results for myself, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I really I definitely, you know, practice what I preach there. So, you know, I'm getting back in the groove of things of now, like teaching and everything, and, you know, really just kind of trading. I just told somebody like, hey, I'm going to do a fund up and stuff and just get back in the groove of it, because like I said, a lot of things you'll realize when you're trading is that you're carrying emotions from other situations that are happening in life.
But,
you know,
you just had a breakup, maybe somebody.
Yeah, or whatever's been happened. Yeah, you're going to carry those emotions with you, and you will really realize it in live trading. I realized for sure that I was somebody who was very impulsive. I was impulsive in actions, impulsive in making new investments. I was very impulsive. So it showed on the charts when I would be trading sometime, and I would hop in way too early. And it's like, Chelsea, you knew what was going to happen. You knew you needed to wait. Why did you hop in there? And it's like, that's that habit. Okay, wow, I have an impulsive habit. Like, okay, I need to chill out and control myself a little bit more. There's something, a part of me, I may have some self-control, but I don't have a lot of it because I can't control my impulses. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. It's like somebody who has an impulse at shopping at Target, you know, or has an impulse at buying something on Amazon. You can find yourself very impulsive, you know, trading, you know, it just happens. Yeah. So that biggest block, I would say, is that greed of either wanting more or greed of not losing anything.
Mm. And then one thing that, and this will be my last question about that, but one thing that you said is, you know, those people that get mad at, like, they put 500 in and then 20 goes, and they're like, well, what happened to my money? So it's that idea of emotionally holding on to every single dollar. And that's something that I've become aware of because I've started to invest into mentorship from financial experts and getting their perspective on money management or increasing cash flow or whatever the case may be. But I guess my question would be, what's a mental hack for people to emotionally release themselves from every single dollar to the point where it disallows them from increasing that cash flow or investing into where they need to put their money.
Yeah, so I would just say, like, it starts off with like having a daily routine, like your daily habits. You know, your routine is the heart of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So it really starts off with how you're starting the day, for the most part. So say, for instance, for me, I'm going to have a morning routine that I'm going through, and I'm going to release any limiting beliefs. I'm going to release those negative blockages throughout that morning routine. I'm going to affirm myself. I'm going to write out my C-type goal. That C-type goal is a statement that involves income, passion, and purpose. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that I'm doing to control my mind, control my thoughts. So that way, when I'm hopping on the charts, I'm at an unconscious, competent level. So when you're unconscious, incompetent, that is where you don't know what you don't know, right? You're just completely clueless. Where you're at that conscious, incompetent level, this is where you know what you don't know, right? You know what it is that you do not know. And then from there, you then transition to the conscious, competent level, where you're having to think about it a little bit, right? Think about it before you know what exactly it is what you want, but you got to think about it. You got to figure out the steps to it, right? You're still thinking like tying your shoe. You first learn how to tie your shoe. You got to think about it first. Like, okay, I know I go up, I know I cross over, loop under, pull together, make 2 bunny ears, cross that over, and then tie, right? You got to think about it. Versus when you get unconscious, competent, you're doing it without thinking, right? You know what it is that you're looking for. You know what it is that you want to do. That's how you think about it, as well as on the charts as well. Like, you want to come at this point where it's like, all right, look, my mind is right. I'm controlling my thoughts. Me getting TP today is not a miracle. I actually expected it, right? I had faith completely in my analysis. I hopped into the trade. Yeah, I know it's hitting TP. If anything is a miracle, it's a miracle that it hit stop loss, because I was not expecting that at all. You see what I'm saying? You're hopping in your trades like a robot. You're not being attached to the outcome. You do understand that it's going to be wins and it's going to be losses. And, you know, if you're going to get discouraged because you've had 2 wins and you're ready to give up, what if that next time it was you've had 2 losses and you're ready to give up? What if that next time it was a win? You know what I'm saying? So you got to come like a robot, no emotions, not attached to that outcome. Coming saying, look, I know what it is that I'm looking for. I'm waiting to see what's happening. Okay, I've come back. I see it's happening. Now I'm about to enter for a buy or a sell. Let's go.
Yeah. That's something.
And I took time off this year to get that. You know what I'm saying? I knew it before, but when you go through things and you hit new levels, you know, it's just like, oh, I need some time. I need to step back and reflect, right? And I had to do that this year for sure. Like, all right, I need to get back at a unconscious, competent level. Like, I know what it is. I already know the skill of trading. I've been trading here since 2018. I've been teaching since 2019. Like, all right, bet. Like, let get back to exactly what you know. Get your mind together. You know what it is. You trade like a robot. You don't have any emotions attached. Any things that you are going through personally, you know, you get yourself together. That's why you start off with a morning routine. You start off with your routine being as strong as possible. So that way, any negatives that come about your way throughout the day, you can face it head on with no issues at all. You're in such of a strong mindset. You're in such of a high frequency, a high energy. Your vibration is like you don't care what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect you.
Yeah. I love that. So that's what it is. And I definitely agree with that. Like, if we're wanting to know how we can, I don't know, become better in trading, or how can we be better with money management, or how can we be better with making more money and increasing cash flow, it's in our daily habits. We have to be aware of what we're doing on a daily basis, how we start off our day, how we end our day. Right. And I think it's another great reminder that we, in order for us to come up with some sort of solution for our current issues or our current problems, it's not always the big thing. It's not like, oh, I need to go to this big event and that's where I'll get my answer. No, like, I need you to look within, be aware of what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're not doing, and go on from there. And it'll give you an awareness level and essentially reveal to you your solution to whatever problem that you have. So thank you so much, Chelsea. Guys, if you didn't realize, I went to go ahead and drop her Instagram handle in the comment section. You guys definitely follow her and tap in and take advantage of all the services that she has to provide. I know that she provides coaching and mentorship. If you are in the Roundtable community, you're one of our favorite people here in the Roundtable community. But she also provides coaching and mentorship when it comes to trading and give you guys psychology on that. So if you are somebody that wants to be a part of the Roundtable community, definitely reach out to me, or you can go to the Roundtable Community _ Instagram page. But we are gonna go ahead and end it off for tonight. Thank you so much, Chelsea, for tuning in and sharing your story and sharing your perspective. I don't want to say hope, but you know, hope is a good thing. But I want this to reach somebody tonight, to plant a seed with somebody tonight, whether if it's tonight or for those people who see it later on. But this is a conversation and the type of energy that can heal people or make people aware for the time to come. So that's what I'm most grateful for. I want to say good night to everybody that tuned in. A huge thank you to everybody that tuned in. And we do these every single month. So tune in with us next month and stay engaged with us throughout these next coming weeks with Project 22. Y'all have a great evening. Let's get it. Bye.
See ya. Thank you.